Everybody, this is Isaac Newton, and what an honor it is to discuss linear equations in standard form. Okay, let's begin. Standard form is of the form ax plus by equals c, where these a, b's, and c's are non-decimals, they're non-fractions, and they're definitely not zero. All right, so write two equations in standard form that are equivalent to this guy, 2x minus 6y equals 4. Okay, see how 2, 6, and 4 are non-fractions, non-decimals, and they're not zero? Okay, so here's one thing. You can multiply everything by 2. This should be by 2 right here. I don't know why I wrote 3 right there, but this should be by 2. All right, let me change that. So by 2. Okay, so what happens is I multiply this times 2 gets me 4x, this times 2 gets me 12y, and this guy by 2 gets me 8. So everything times 2. So this is an equivalent statement. It's just a multiple of 2. Right? I can multiply by 3 or 5, or since they're all even numbers, I like multiplying by a half because I just take a half of these numbers. Half of 2x is 1x. A half of negative 6y is negative 3y, and a half of that is 2. Okay, so those are equivalent statements. They're just or equations. They're just multiples of the original. Okay, write an equation of the line in standard form with each characteristic. Okay, this one goes through 1 comma 4 and 6 comma 2. Okay, the first thing you got to do is find the slope. Here's your slope formula. Y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. So this is y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over 6 minus 1. That's x sub 2 minus x sub 1, okay? Negative 1 minus 4, be careful, is negative 5. And then 6 minus 1 is 5, so negative 5 over 5 is negative 1, okay? Then, hopefully your terrific instructor showed you about point-slope form before this lesson, because when you put it in point-slope form, it looks like this, y minus y sub 1 equals your slope times x minus x sub 1. You can choose any one of these points to be your x1, y1, so I'm going to choose 1 comma 4, but I can easily choose 6 comma negative 1. They're both okay. All right, so when I plug in 1 comma 4 in there, I get this equation. That's in point-slope form, but I want to put it in standard form, which is going to be ax plus by equals c. So the first thing I'm going to do is distribute this negative 1 through the parentheses right there. So negative 1 times x gets me negative 1x, and negative 1 times negative 1 gets me a positive 1. So that's why this became a plus 1. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this 1x over here, and I'm going to add this 4 over here, and so 1 plus 4 is 5, and when I put the x over here, I get x plus y equals 5. Okay? All right, now if I were to put in 6 comma negative 1 right here and converted that over, it should get you to the same standard form equation, you guys. So you should get x plus y equals 5. I bet some of you will try that. I double dare you. All right. Okay, so this time it goes through 4 comma negative 1 with slope 3. Okay, now we can just bypass that find the slope because they gave us the slope. So we're going to go ahead and put it in standard or in point slope form right here. So y minus y sub 1. So y minus a minus 1 is y plus 1 equals the slope times x minus the x sub 1. So x minus the 4. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put the 3 through the parentheses, and then I'm going to subtract 3x and then subtract 1, and you should get that equation right there. All right. All right, find the unknown coefficient. There we go. Ax minus 3y equals negative 5, and it goes through 1 comma 0. Okay, this is easy. This is my x, this is my y, so I'm going to substitute that x in right there for that x, and that 0 in for that y right there, and I get a times the x minus 3 times the y, and I get a equals negative 5.